Jano, Sago, hello everyone. The weekend is upon us. Once again, it's my pleasure to introduce myself. I'm Lori Davis Hill, Director of Six Nations Health Services, and this is the Weekend COVID-19 podcast update for Saturday and Sunday, May 23rd and 24th. We've had an eventful week here on Six Nations. Looking back, we talked to our community crisis coordinator, we learned about supportive housing, emergency food support, we had bread and cheese delivered, and unfortunately, we experienced a new positive case of COVID 19. With the weekend here, let's take the time to reflect on a few things as summer approaches and maybe even talk about a wellness tip or two. I know that some folks have lost track of what day it is, but for others, it is officially the weekend. Is your weekend a time for relaxation, or is it a time to catch up on household projects, or do you spend time getting ready for the coming week? However, you spend your time, let's talk about something that might be missing in your weekend, and that's physical activity related to sports. We are in the midst of the most unprecedented, unique, challenging times, and we're all anxious now, even a little bit fatigued and frustrated. But for many families, sports can play an important role. It gives a time to bond with parents. Young children can learn the concept of teamwork, and not to mention the thrill of winning, and of course, the old saying, better luck next time. We all know one of the popular sports here on Six Nations is lacrosse. And so what can we do at this time to satisfy our appetite for the creator's game? We can play catch out in the backyard for leisure. For those on the serious side, you can still keep your skills sharp with a ball and a stick or net or even a rebound wall. This is at this time you want to consider also going high tech with the creator's game and look online for workout videos, strategies, techniques, and using the thought in mind that you can use this time to work on your skills, you might return to the floor an even better player. Just remember, COVID 19 will pass and we will have sports in our arenas and on our TVs again. Turning to our statistics, over the course of this past week, we issued a press release noting that we did receive one more positive test. Here is an excerpt from that press release. A single COVID 19 case has been confirmed this morning on the Six Nations territory. Public health officials are completing the required contact tracing. Anyone contacted by public health would be asked to self isolate for 14 days, monitor themselves for symptoms, and report symptoms promptly to the Six Nations COVID 19 Assessment Center so that testing can be completed. Public health and health services officials are reminding the community that even though the province is opening certain areas up, it is important that community members keep practicing social distancing, maintaining hand hygiene, wearing non medical masks while in public, and avoiding all non essential travel. Over the course of this past week, we administered over 60 tests, taking us to over 650 tests in total. And to date, we have reported a total of 12 cases of COVID 19. Currently, we do have one active positive case, and 51 people have been directed into self isolation by Oswego Public Health. Remember to join us this coming week for a new slate of guests, statistics from our community and the surrounding areas, and not to mention more wellness tips. We are seeing the COVID 19 numbers beginning to rise all over in the province. Is this due to the economy opening up or the long weekend? Well, time will tell. But in the meantime, if you are out at any one of the sectors now open, please wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, practice physical distancing, and wear a cloth mask. Again, let's continue to stay on guard. Regarding the symptoms of COVID 19, common symptoms are fever or chills, including a temperature of 37.8 degrees Celsius or higher, new onset of cough or worsening of chronic cough, shortness of breath, or difficulty breathing. Other symptoms of COVID 19 can include sore throat, difficulty swallowing, loss of smell or taste, nausea or vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, runny nose or nasal congestion, in the absence of underlying reasons for those symptoms, such as seasonal allergies or postnasal drip. If you are experiencing any one of the COVID 19 symptoms or any other new or unusual symptom, it is important that you call the Six Nations COVID 19 Assessment Center at 226 446 9909 or toll free at 1 855 977 7737. The COVID 19 hotline is open 7 days a week to take your call. Our testing remains our single most important tool for identifying, managing, and hopefully clearing COVID out of our community. As we come to a close, I want to remind you that the Six Nations of the Grand River Parks and Recreation Department consulted with members of the Six Nations Health Services, Ohsweken Public Health, and the Six Nations Emergency Control Group for advice about whether it is safe to open our sports fields located at 1738 4th Line in Ohsweken. Health officials have advised that the risk of COVID-19 has not decreased despite the movements by the province. They strongly recommend that in an effort for Six Nations to remain safe and healthy, the sports fields will remain closed until further notice. While it is totally understandable that this is not the news that Six Nations residents wish to hear, please know that by continuing to maintain Project Protect Our People now, it will be better for our community in the long run. And that's what we want to remember. Our long-term goal is to run a marathon and not just a sprint. And if you would like to connect with the Six Nations Mobile Crisis Service, you can do so by phone at 866-445-2204 or 519-445-2204, and that's available 24/7. You can reach them by text Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4 at 226-777-9480 or by live chat Monday to Friday, found on the Six Nations COVID-19.ca website. Please remember again, if you are out in the community, act as if you have COVID-19 and don't want to spread it, and as if others have it and you don't want to get it. Wash or sanitize your hands, keep physical distancing of 6 feet, wear a non-medical fabric mask, and if you are sick, please stay at home and call the assessment line. Enjoy your weekend. Keep a good mind. We will get through COVID-19. Please keep all of our frontline workers in your thoughts and prayers. Please stay home for them. Please stay home for all of us. Stay well and stay safe. Nyawe.